The morning light slips through the curtains. A soft breeze moves the air, calm and gentle. You open your eyes and feel the quiet around you. The world outside is waking, slowly, peacefully. Your body feels a little heavy, a little still. But deep inside, something whispers, it's time. Not time to rush, not time to race. Just time to move, to breathe, to begin again. You sit up and feel the weight of your years. Each one a story, each one a lesson of strength. Your joints hum softly, reminding you to be kind. You place your feet on the floor, steady and warm. The day waits for you, not demanding, just inviting. This is not exercise, not a task to finish. This is a conversation with your body, gentle and true. A moment to say thank you for all it carries. The stretch will awaken what time has gently slowed. Your breath will guide you, slow and steady. And in this small ritual, you will find renewal. Body and heart moving together in quiet harmony. When we are young, movement feels effortless. We run without thought, we dance without reason. Our bodies answer instantly, light and quick like wind. But as the years pass, the rhythm begins to slow. The muscles tighten, the joints grow cautious. And one morning, we realize that bending takes patience. Stretching becomes not a warm-up, but a necessity. Yet within that change lies something beautiful. Movement becomes meaningful, filled with awareness. Every motion, no matter how small, holds intention. It is no longer about speed, but about presence. You start to notice the quiet song of your body. How it hums gently when you reach for the sky. How it sighs in relief when you twist and breathe. Stretching is not only a physical act. It is a language your body uses to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying. Thank you for caring even when it feels hard. You don't need to stretch like an athlete. You only need to stretch like someone who wants to live fully. Because movement is life. When you move, you remind your body that it still belongs to the moment. The stiffness you feel is not weakness. It is the echo of every step you've taken, every effort you've made. Stretching gives that echo space to soften. It lets your body remember the grace it once had. And grace never truly leaves. It only waits for your attention to bring it back. Imagine standing by a window, sunlight touching your face. Your arms rise slowly, following the warmth. Your chest opens, your breath deepens. The air moves through you like a gentle river. You are not forcing. You are allowing. You are giving your body permission to wake up again. In that moment, the world feels quiet but alive. You realize that stretching is not about muscles or bones. It is about energy, flow, connection. It's about saying, I'm still here, still breathing, still strong. Every gentle reach tells your story. The story of resilience, of growth, of quiet courage. You stretch not because you must, but because you can. And that choice, small as it seems, is powerful. It brings light into the spaces where stiffness lived. It fills silence with calm strength. You feel the heartbeat steady, the lungs open, the shoulders relax. Your body whispers, yes, this is what I needed. Each movement becomes a bridge between body and spirit. Between the you that was and the you that still is. Stretching becomes an act of love, a dialogue of care. And in that slow rhythm, you rediscover the gift of movement. Not youth, not perfection, but freedom. Freedom to feel alive in your own skin. Freedom to trust that every breath brings healing. The gift of movement is not something you lose with time. It's something you learn to appreciate more deeply. And every stretch, every breath, brings you closer to yourself again. The body has its own way of speaking. It doesn't use words but feelings. A tight shoulder, a heavy knee, a tired back, each one tells a story. Sometimes the message is soft, just a whisper of tension. Other times it's louder, asking for attention you've been too busy to give. The body remembers what the mind forgets. Every worry, every long day, every sleepless night leaves a trace. And slowly, those traces settle deep within the muscles. They live there quietly until you stop to listen. Stretching is how you begin that conversation again. You ask your body, "What do you need today?" And if you listen closely, it always answers. Not with words, but with feeling. You might notice a pull in your side when you reach, a little tremble in your legs when you stand tall. Those are not signs of weakness, they are signs of life. They remind you that your body is still doing its best, still trying to carry you through each day, despite the years. When you stretch, you show gratitude for that effort. You let your body know it's not forgotten, not ignored. It's like visiting an old friend after a long silence. At first there is stiffness, a little awkwardness. But with patience, comfort returns. The breath deepens, the muscles loosen, the tension fades. And in that release, the body sighs with relief. It's a language of trust, a promise that you will care for it gently daily. Your body doesn't need perfection. It needs attention. It needs moments when you slow down and listen. Feel your spine lengthen as you exhale. Feel your fingers stretch toward the sky. Notice how your heartbeat steadies when you move with kindness. Each motion becomes a sentence in that silent dialogue. You learn to translate the signals, the aches, the stiffness, the ease. You begin to understand that pain is not an enemy. It's a message wrapped in sensation, asking for compassion. Sometimes, all your body wants is a few moments of care. A reminder that you still honor it, still love it. You don't have to push harder or go faster. You only need to be present. Stretching teaches patience, a quiet acceptance of limits and progress. It invites you to notice the small miracles. How your breath deepens when your chest opens. How warmth spreads when you reach a little further. How peace settles in when movement becomes mindful. The more you listen, the more clearly you'll hear. The body's language is simple but profound. It says, "Move me, breathe with me, trust me." And when you do, something shifts inside. The stiffness softens, not just in your muscles but in your heart. You realize that care is not a chore, but a form of love. A love that keeps you connected, body, mind, and soul. And through that connection, you rediscover the quiet strength that never left you. The morning begins softly, with a quiet light filling the room. You stand by the window, watching the sky shift from gray to gold. The air feels calm, almost like it's waiting for you to breathe. You take a slow inhale, letting your chest rise gently. Your shoulders lift, then fall as you exhale. The breath feels deeper this time, more alive. You roll your shoulders back, one at a time, feeling the stiffness melt. Each small movement opens a doorway in your body. A place where tension once lived begins to release. You raise your arms slowly, stretching them toward the ceiling. Your fingertips reach for the light, and your ribs expand. You feel your spine lengthen, your heart lift with the breath. It's not about how far you can reach, but how fully you can feel. You lower your arms, letting them rest beside you. Now bend your head gently to one side, then the other. The muscles along your neck respond, soft and tender. You can almost hear them sigh as they loosen. Move slowly with care, like you're greeting an old friend. The body remembers kindness more than effort. You twist gently at the waist, letting your arms swing loose. Your breath follows the rhythm, in and out, calm and steady. The movement is not forced. It flows like water finding its path. You bend forward slightly, feeling the stretch down your back. The pull is gentle, not sharp, just enough to awaken. You stay there for a moment, breathing into the stretch. The spine hums quietly, thankful for the attention. Then slowly you rise again, one vertebra at a time. You notice how tall you feel now, how steady. Your feet are grounded, your balance calm and sure. The earth beneath you feels supportive, patient. Now lift one leg just a little, rolling your ankle in slow circles. The small joints creak softly, then relax into motion. Do the same with the other leg, breathing through each turn. Your movements form a gentle rhythm, like morning waves. Each stretch connects to the next, like notes in a song. You start to feel a quiet warmth building inside. Not from effort, but from flow, from energy awakening. The body feels lighter, more open, more yours. You raise your arms again, breathing in deeply. This time the air feels different, alive, generous. As you exhale, your heart feels steady, peaceful. Every part of you is awake now, yet calm. This is not just a routine. It's a ritual, a moment to return to yourself. You begin to understand that stretching is not about age. It's about connection, attention, gratitude. Each movement is a reminder that you are still strong, still capable of caring for yourself in quiet ways. You stand there breathing slowly, feeling the rhythm of life. And in that rhythm, you find something precious, balance. Not just in the body, but in the heart. The morning no longer feels heavy or cold. It feels alive because you are alive within it. Stretching is not only for the body. It is for the heart too. When you move with breath and awareness, something inside begins to shift. You feel it quietly, like a soft pulse beneath the ribs. It is warmth, gentle and steady, spreading through your chest. Each stretch becomes a small opening, not just in muscle but in spirit. Your heart has been working for you all your life, beating without rest, carrying every joy, every worry, every memory. And now, as you breathe deeper, you give it space to breathe too. You inhale slowly, letting the air fill your lungs and lift your heart. You exhale softly, letting the heaviness drift away. The rhythm feels natural, like waves against the shore. With every breath, your heart moves more freely, more openly. You raise your arms again, reaching toward the sky. The chest expands, the shoulders open wide. It feels like the heart is stretching, releasing its quiet weight. You can almost feel gratitude rising within the movement. It's not loud, not dramatic, just a calm, steady peace. You begin to understand that strength is not always muscle. Sometimes it's the courage to stay gentle, even when life feels heavy. Stretching the heart means learning to let go. Letting go of the tension that time built slowly inside you. Letting go of old worries, old fears, old versions of yourself. Each exhale becomes a release, a surrender to peace. The heart doesn't need to rush anymore. It needs rhythm, balance, kindness. When you stretch, you give it those things. You listen to its quiet language, thump, pause, thump. It speaks in silence, in presence, in the flow of breath. Sometimes you might place a hand over your chest. Feel the steady beat beneath your palm. That rhythm is your reminder you are alive, still growing. Your heart, even after all it's been through, keeps choosing you. And when you move gently, you choose it back. You strengthen it not by pushing, but by listening. By giving it moments of ease in a world that often demands more. Stretching helps your blood flow freely, carrying new energy. It reminds the heart that it is supported, that it is loved. Even the smallest movement can awaken deep peace. You don't need to prove strength to anyone. Just breathe and feel the quiet power within you. The body and heart are not separate. They move together, learn together, heal together. As your body stretches outward, your heart stretches inward, opening space for joy, compassion, and calm. You begin to feel lighter, clearer, more connected. It's not about doing more, but about feeling more deeply. In this stillness, you realize love is also a kind of movement, a stretch of the soul, reaching gently toward life. And as your heart opens wider, It finds strength in softness, the kind of strength that carries you gracefully through every season. The mind is always moving, even when the body is still. Thoughts drift in like clouds, some light, some heavy. They fill the space of quiet mornings, whispering old stories. But when you begin to stretch, something gentle happens inside. The mind slows not because it must, but because it can. The body begins to guide it, one breath at a time. You lift your arms slowly, and the thought stream softens. You breathe in, and for a moment the world feels simple. The body leads and the mind follows, quiet and calm. This is the connection that keeps you grounded in the present. Stretching is not only about flexibility, it's about awareness. Each movement asks for focus, attention, and care. You notice the small details, the pull of a muscle, the rhythm of breath. And in noticing, your mind finds peace. It begins to let go of what it cannot control. The past fades a little, the future grows softer. There is only now, only this motion, this inhale, this heartbeat. The connection between body and mind is like a dance. When one moves, the other follows, learning balance again. Some days the mind resists, filled with noise and worry. But the body remains patient, inviting, gentle. It says, "Come back to me, feel this moment, breathe." And slowly, the noise fades into the background. You begin to feel both steady and light, anchored and free. Stretching teaches you to listen, not only with your muscles. It teaches you to listen with your thoughts, your emotions, your silence. When the body stretches, the mind stretches too. It opens space for gratitude, for calm, for self-acceptance. You realize that peace doesn't come from stillness alone. It comes from moving with awareness, breathing with intention. Each slow motion becomes a small meditation. You inhale strength, exhale tension. You inhale clarity, exhale fear. The two become one, mind and body in quiet harmony. You begin to feel how each stretch touches something deeper. The body softens, the breath deepens, and the mind clears. This is not just exercise, it's restoration. It's a gentle return to balance, to wholeness. The connection is always there, waiting for your attention. Every time you move with purpose, you awaken it again. Your thoughts grow lighter, like leaves floating downstream. The breath becomes your anchor, steady and kind. You learn that control is not the goal, awareness is. When your body feels strong, your mind feels safe. When your breath flows freely, your heart opens easily. You become more present, more aware of the life within you. The stretch ends, but the peace lingers quietly inside. The mind smiles, the body hums, both in silent agreement. They know now how to move together, not in struggle but in rhythm. And in that rhythm, you find something rare and pure: harmony. Not a perfect stillness, but a living, breathing calm. A reminder that strength is found not in force, but in connection. Strength does not arrive all at once. It builds quietly, breath by breath, stretch by stretch. Each morning you move a little easier, stand a little taller. It's not magic, it's devotion, the soft kind that grows with time. You learn that 5 minutes can change how your whole day feels. A few gentle stretches before breakfast awaken your energy. Your shoulders loosen, your spine straightens, your steps feel lighter. You begin to notice how your body responds with gratitude. It doesn't ask for perfection, only consistency. The habit becomes part of your rhythm, like brushing your teeth. It's simple, grounding, and real. Your joints thank you for the movement. Your breath thanks you for the space. The muscles hum quietly, stronger, warmer, steadier. You no longer rush the motions, you savor them. Each slow reach feels like a conversation with your own strength. You are not chasing youth, you are nurturing vitality. You start to realize how strength feels different now. It's not about lifting or running, it's about endurance and grace. It's about how easily you rise from a chair, how calmly you breathe. Strength is in your posture, your patience, your presence. Every stretch adds a thread to the fabric of your resilience. Over days, the fabric thickens, soft but unbreakable. You feel more stable, more capable of carrying life's weight. The movements that once felt slow now feel sacred. You find comfort in repetition. Inhale, reach, exhale, release. This rhythm becomes a part of who you are. Some days your body feels tired or uncertain, but you show up anyway, gently, kindly. You learn to measure progress not in numbers, but in ease. The way your breath flows smoother, the way your heart feels calmer. The body remembers this care. It holds it deep in its bones. And in return, it gives you steadiness, the quiet kind of strength. Not the strength that shouts, but the strength that lasts. The kind that carries you through long walks and quiet evenings. The kind that keeps you standing tall when the world feels heavy. With each passing week, you notice the changes. Your balance improves, your steps grow confident, your spirit brighter. You find joy in movement again, joy in your own capability. Stretching becomes less of a task and more of a gift. It's a promise you keep to yourself, to move, to breathe, to live. And that promise builds power, not just in your body but in your heart. Because true strength is more than muscle. It is the discipline to care for yourself, even on slow days. It is the courage to keep moving when life feels still. You are building that courage with every stretch you take. The body adapts, the heart steadies, the mind believes again. And somewhere between the inhale and the exhale, you feel it, renewal. A quiet reminder that you are still growing, still strong, still beautifully alive. That is the strength that carries you, day after day, breath after breath. The day begins to settle into calm. You sit quietly, your body warm, your breath steady. The movements have ended, but their peace remains. You can feel it, a softness in your chest, a lightness in your steps. Your body feels awake, your heart feels calm. You've stretched not just your muscles, but your spirit. Every breath has carried a little more strength inside you. Every motion has whispered, you are still capable. You realize that caring for your body is also caring for your soul. The two are never separate, only reflections of each other. You smile softly, feeling gratitude rise like sunlight. Age no longer feels like weight, but wisdom. Each day you will move again, gently, slowly, with purpose. You will keep listening to your body, honoring its rhythm. And with every stretch, you will remind yourself that life continues. Not in speed, but in presence. Not in perfection, but in peace. You take one last deep breath, filling your heart with warmth. And as you exhale, you whisper quietly, I am alive. Strong in body, open in heart, calm in soul.